Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Friday to you. So I see the futures are up this morning. Yippee-ki-yay, right? Futures are up a little bit this morning. Uh, they're only up, well, they're up great, but we're in a downtrend, okay? That has not changed. There's still definitely some long charts to be traded out there. We're going to look at a few of those this morning. We're going to look at some short charts. I'm going to take some of yours too. So please, if you have some charts you want to look at here this morning, let's do that. What I've been doing here this morning is just watching the scanner, and as the scanner pops up with something that maybe has a bit of a long attitude to it or a short attitude, I've just been flagging them here. And then a couple people have already posted me charts. Um, PM'd me or Skyped me or something like that. I've added those in there as well. So let's take a look at some of those, okay? Oh, but first, please keep in mind that, if you're trading long, you've still got this 800-pound gorilla sitting on top of you. And until this attitude changes, it's going to be tough trading to the long side, unless those sectors are just hot to trot. And there are some, like right now, energy's not so hot to trot. But in the near past, it was very hot to trot. And it may get hot to trot again. Trading word for the day, by the way, is going to be hot to trot, I guess. That's what it sounds like. So we can watch for those hot sectors. Just keep in mind that, we're down like this. Had somebody ask me last night, we've talked about this, what changes without going to look at their email, if this is down, what constitutes up? What constitutes up is really, really simple. It's just the opposite. And that is where we break out, say, I'm going to make this bigger, break out of this blue line right here. And then we create the same thing that we have going down, but rather than lower highs and lower lows, we're looking at higher lows and higher highs. And you can put something on there like that. That's what will constitute a change, but not until then. 15-minute chart. I know traders are looking maybe at a shorter time frame for that trend change. Definitely doable, but just remember, if you go to a longer time frame, you might not have that, and that's what you need to see. And I've just, here's an hour, here's a 3-bar chart, and take the 3-bar chart here. You got nothing on the bullish side. So, if you're looking at a 15-minute hourly chart, that's a pretty small time frame. That's pretty fast trading. And it's hard to get the multiple day swings going to the bullish side right now. It's very hard to get this because of that 800-pound gorilla. So as soon as that gorilla gets off our chest, then the long trades will be there. But until then, don't fight the gorilla. It's not worth it. All right. So I've got some charts here. Like I said, I just picked some that were showing up on the scanner, like Nike right now. Let me flag that. So here's what I see in Nike. And again, if you guys want to throw something out, take a look at it. Nike's real simple. In fact, all charts are really simple. Especially when the market is volatile, it's important to be careful chasing the right now. When the market is bullish, you can chase the right now and you can get away with it an awful lot. But when the market is not in your favor necessarily, and what we've got is a down market with the bulls trying so hard to get back up, so that creates this choppy market. Well, it's really simple. If this is the pattern you're looking at, a low high, higher low, or double bottom, it's really simple. Just put 2 lines like that. The trade is simply long here or bullish here. Now, you can do that same thing. I'm going to what am I going to do here? I'm going to go to this chart, and I'm going to go to a 15-minute chart. You can do that same thing right here on the 15-minute chart. So we're going to go to these lows, and we're going to go to this high. So you can see based on the 15-minute chart, Nike might be short here. Hourly chart, we're going to keep it right there. That looks pretty fair. So it's real easy to do. Good morning, Thomas. Thomas is asking about ADM. So I'm going to go back over here to this chart, and we're on the daily. So yeah, we have this downtrend line right here. We're under the trend indicator. We're on the 50-period moving average. Forget about price for a moment. Forget about price. Forget that there just might be a morning star here. This is where chop will kill you, focusing too much on the right now price. Okay, that's just, it's too much. So let's do this. Come over here, put a line at 88.62, these tops right there. And then put a line. You can use this low or even go to this low over here. I think either one would work just fine. Anything in here is up for grabs. Anything in the middle is up for grabs. So this is just simply trade to your heart's content if you want. Bullish above that and bearish below that. Let's be careful not to chase price right now. Chasing price in choppy times is uncool. It will chop you up. So I would have to lean to the bearish side based on what I see right now. Okay. Trex. We already looked at that. Take a look at Trex. Thanks, Neil, for Trex. Sorry, I need some coffee there. Look how this bottom is being built on Trex. So let's do this. Let's do this here. You can see how it just kind of overall just moves sideways. And now if we come over here, we can see this little, probably shouldn't do it that way. See that little doji right there? See that little low right there? See that little pullback right in there? This gives us a little inverted head and shoulders. So this is the chart pattern setting up that I see. Rounded bottom, basically trading flat, inverse head and shoulders here. We've got a bullish engulf that has rallied up one day, woo-woo, one day, right? We've pulled back here, but we're holding above the trend indicator. You can see the trend working. You're seeing a little bullish action this morning. What a beautiful chart, absolutely beautiful. So choices I think that a typical trader might look at is something like that. Bullish trade over 62.65, bullish trade over 64, we'll call it 95. So, of course, in the middle, all the aggressive folks want to jump up and down and get on that horse, rock and roll. But right now, I see a bullish trade until it's not. Let's see, does anyone have any others? I don't see anybody posted them out. Okay, let's look at Uber. Look at Uber here. So overall, I think Uber is still in a downtrend. I don't think it, I guess. I know it for a fact based on charts I look at. So $64,000 question. Are we building a base here for Uber to go up? We could be. Are we just simply strolling along sideways for more downside? We could be. Absolutely. Why not take these highs right there? Because we've got the high and the low. We do have a higher high there. I'm going to come down to this low. Everything in the middle, this is just traders knocking each other down, hitting each other, spitting on each other. That's all this is right here. The bullish trade is on the breakout. The bearish trade is on the breakdown. And by the way, when I say bullish trade, let me kind of revamp this a little bit. So certainly the bullish price action can be bought on a breakout. I think what I would rather see is a little pullback and then buyers stepping in, proving this is a high. On the bear side, certainly the breakdown can be taken. What I'd rather see is a little up move, challenge those lows, and then show that it's going to fail those lows with price action in there. And that gives us a nice short trade. AA, Mike here in the room, just a moment ago pointed out, he bought this yesterday. Look at that chart. Beautiful, beautiful chart. Nice little bottom. Yay. So let's just take this bottom right here. And I'm being sarcastic about these bottoms because let's do this real quick. Bottom picking. Somebody buying right here is definite bottom picking. Newsflash, this whole thing is bottom picking, right? So why not? Let's do this. We've got this high. We've got this lows. So let's put that high. Let's mark that high. Let's mark those lows. Now, of course, we're not going to go that direction because it's already proven it's gone up. So once we break out, is that not a bullish action now? So I particularly don't want, although it certainly could have been bought, okay? Certainly could have been bought, that first breakout or maybe that candle right there. But here's that pullback. Look at that. And now look at that move up. Beautiful, beautiful chart, AA. TNA, thanks again, Mike. Look at TNA, TA. So what are we going to do with that? It's real simple. It really is a piece of cake. There you go. This is nonsense to trade in. Absolute nonsense. In fact, for those that have been trading, trying to pick bottoms, or even shorting when you haven't had the proper follow through, go back and look at your account. Stay away from this kind of stuff. This is great for the watch list. And then have triggers set. Trigger. Maybe they're buys, maybe they're not. I would personally rather wait for that pullback and then the buy, or the down move, the challenge, and then the fail. That's what I'd rather wait for. But I get the whole buy if you want to buy the breakout. But this is where you want to put charts like this on the watch list, maybe. Good son, good morning. DGX. Nice. Look at that. Starting to work, right? So a lot of just sideways kind of trading in here. I think we can come in here and put a bottom in. I think we can clearly see that. So here we've hit this bottom. We've rallied up and pulled back. Well, now let's just put a line right here. Right there. So with sideways trading, there is, probably should, let's do it this way. Okay. With sideways trading, there is that, which direction is it going to go? I made that way too big. Let me try that again. There we go. Sideways trading right there. It could go this way, or it could go this way. Of course, it could continue to go sideways. The truth of it is, you really have no guarantee which way it's going to go. Okay, we buy things on hope sometimes. Everybody does it. You see this pop here, you see that pop. Okay, I'm going to buy it. You buy long, and it just trickles down. But did you get the follow through? So low, high, higher low, or double bottom in this case. Look what happened. Boom. Now it becomes that trade. Now it becomes the trade. Nice, by the way. This is a, what is that? Or Fig Newton cookie right here. This candle, this candle, this candle. Fig Newton cookie. Looks like we're trying to get some follow through there. Nice chart. I'm going to flag that. Thank you. Let's see. VZ. I saw VZ there. Look at that. So Here's VZ. And a couple of ways I think one could do this is, here we have this low. We popped up. So I'm going to put a line right there. So anything above 48.40 could probably be traded. Then we got a little sideways right in here. So now, because we're looking at it not so much 2 weeks ago, we're looking at something a little more right now. Let's adjust this up. First of all, everybody can clearly see that that appears to be a top, right? And now let's come over here and let's move into those lows. So where would you look for a short? Which I don't think you're looking for a short. Below here. Where are you looking for that long trade? On positive trading above 49.40. Of course, if you're already in it, everything is looking pretty good. You've got some highs. You've actually got an ascending triangle here. So right now, I would lean to the long side on VZ. Just keep in mind, and this is for all the longs, that 800-pound gorilla is still in the room. And until somebody shoots that gorilla and hauls it out to the dump and brings in a good bull, we have to be careful with these long trades. Ron is pointing AMD. Now I'm long AMD. So AMD, we've got this bottom here, right there. We've got this top right in here, right there. So right now, above 99.55 would just make this a pretty nice trade. Let's bring it a little tighter, okay? And a little tighter, I'm going to come over here to this candle. I'm going to keep the low right in here. So here's that low, that high. We set back one day and then rallied up, and see how we're testing this now? We're testing that support. That's my reasoning for being in it yesterday. So right now, based on this right in here, let's put a line there. Put a circle on there. There we go. Put a circle. We've got the low, the high, inside day. And if we don't want to even look at that candle, you've got a low and a high. And here's our pullback. Nice bullish W pattern also. So let's do this. Bullish W pattern. All right, right through there. Now, okay, I've done nothing but talk positive about this. Let me talk some smack about it now. If this thing starts to trade below here, you got junk. Junk. So trade at your risk. Okay. Like I said, I'm holding this right now. I can't say whether I'm going to be in it over the weekend or not. Right now, the market is having trouble putting together a series of bullish moves. Not to mention, here, let's get rid of one of those. There you go. How about a little bit of a rest and then another bullish move? The market is having a horrible time putting that together, and that's because the market is still down. That trashy 800-pound gorilla is still sitting on our chest. And until that gorilla leaves the room, we're just not going to get these kind of moves in the majority of stocks. Of course, there's a couple out there that does seem to act like they're working out, maybe, okay? So here's what could be my plan on this. Now, futures are up. I guess they're still up. So if we get a move today like this, I just might close this out today, because it's more important for me to collect my money. I can always get back in it. And here's something else too. Please, just somebody reach out and slap me if I say something like this. Well, I'm going to keep this over the weekend because there's a chance it's going to do this. In what world does anybody think that's going to happen? I don't. So don't anyone let me keep it thinking that that's what's going to happen. I just said this market is having a horrible time, putting a string of bullish days together. So I don't see that gorilla leaving town very soon. So be careful there. Everybody's looking shorts or longs. Any shorts? Oh, here we go. Here's one, kind of. This is actually shorting the Qs, but a long trade. Nice chart. Bullish trend. Whoops, wrong one. Can't argue with the trend. Absolutely bullish. Can't argue with the chart pattern. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Doing great. Here we've got a nice little move up, little consolidation. I still see a bullish move here. Nice chart. Thanks, Harry. So what's Harry going to need on this? In the end of the day, you're going to need the Qs to fail. That's what you're going to need. You're going to need the Qs to fail. So let's look at the Qs here. Put a line there. Put a line right there. Qs below that line, you're going to win on your SQQQ. We start moving up above this line, you're going to wish you didn't have it. So you're probably going to be looking at something a little more in this area to get out for a stop, would be my guess. All right, what else we got here? Boom, boom, boom. I've got a couple minutes. Let me come in here and let's look at VET. Look at VET for a short. So I'm going to talk bullish first. Bullish traders, when they're come on board to the stock market, one of the chart patterns that they always learn is a rounded bottom. And they'll learn this long before a rounded top. Long way before. Well, this is a rounded top. Oops. Should probably do this maybe in red, huh? There we go. That's a rounded top. While this is bullish, this is bearish. They're the exact opposite of each other. So here we're bearish, rounded top. We're below the 50 period moving average. We've got a high, a low, a failed high, or a lower high, and a lower low. We have a failed high or a lower high. And now we're just sort of in this, what are we going to do range, right? I would be hard pressed being long this chart unless it broke out over that 50 period moving average right there. And so let's put some lines up here. Let's look at price. Looks to me like that based on price, that might be maybe even right in here. I'll split the middle. How's that? There we go. And then let's put a line down here. So now it's real simple. You can trade inside this middle, which there's nothing wrong with it. It's up to you. Or you can wait for that bullish move, or you can wait for that bearish move right in there. But this line right here and this line, these are the difference makers. In here is just a lot of noise. The other two blue horizontal lines, they're the difference makers. All right, let's call it a morning. I'll see everybody back here in about 15 minutes. Remember, it's Friday. Be sure if you want to hold positions or not, don't get caught in it. And watch for a wild and crazy day today. We'll see everybody in about 15. Thanks.